I am so excited that you're here today. Woo! It's going to be
Thank you.
amazing. Oh my God, it's my pleasure.
Oh, Lord, it's my pleasure to be with you here, of course.
I could just be with you every day, all day. You're my sister from another mister. She's verklempt. She's verklempt. So I want to get into so many things today, and I wish we had literally 10 hours to do this podcast because we could talk for that long.
Yes, we could. The amount of times we have,
I know. We've done so much together, guys. I can't wait for you to hear this, but we're going to start at the very beginning, which is a very good place to start. So you and I have been working together for how long?
I want to say it's going on 3 years.
That long?
Yes.
That's insane.
I know.
And how did you find out about Ambitchious and the podcast and all the things that we do?
Well, that's actually interesting. One of my best friends, her name is Mel Sword.
Shout out Mel. We love her. We love her.
Absolutely. Adore you, babe.
I adore her too.
She had spoken about your podcast and she was like, there's actually a Bitchapalooza.
Oh my God, was it Bitchapalooza?
She was like, I'm really interested in going. You got to meet this lady. She was like, she also does like yoga and she has her own studio. We should probably like link up and head out there.
Yeah.
And I just remember she had, communicated with you and we took the drive up to New Hampshire.
You came to a workout class, didn't you?
Yeah.
I remember that day.
Yes.
And then like right after that, she got pregnant. Mel got pregnant.
Like during that like time, all of that, she got pregnant, and then I started to come up and on my own, and then there you go.
Wow.
Then we went to Madeira, and
just been girl
all over.
Okay, so I really fell in love with Nini for so many reasons, but she came to Madeira with us on our trip 3 years ago. It is 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's been 3 years.
3 years ago, almost like when this podcast is dropping.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's so crazy.
And prior to that, it was that December of that year.
Yes.
So just before Bitchapalooza had started.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So we all went to Madeira together and it was magical. And it was really the first time that you and I were kind of like together alone doing our thing.
Yes. Like really getting to know one another in that sense.
And we had so much fun. But the best day when I knew that she and I were soul sisters was, and I will tell you the story quickly because it was hilarious. And also Matt is still scarred. Matt is still scarred from this. So we went on this crazy hike on these things called lavadas, which are like these water systems that were built in Portugal, like in the 1600s. And now that people hike on them, and it's beautiful. But back in the day, it was used to bring water from the mountains down to like feed, to water the animals and to water the crops and stuff. And we had done this crazy hike. And Matt, who is a Pussy. Hi, Matt. I love you, but you are a Pussy when it comes to, you know what I'm talking about.
Still going to be the best story of my life. I will always say it.
Because he does not like small spaces. He has like some things going on. Poor thing. He needs a therapist quickly. But we did this hike and he's like, I'm not going on this hike because we have to walk through like a mile-long cave in the darkness, right? Am I lying?
No.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
I was scared. Like I was scared, but I was like,
there was no light.
No, there was no light. And we all had our little cell phones with our lights, right? And I just remember being like, Katie, you're the leader of this. Like, you have to just like be like brave and just do it. You cannot show these girls that you're afraid because
you were like the first one right through it.
You're me and Michaela.
Let's go.
Me and Michaela McDonald. Shout out to Michaela McDonald, who's another one of our soul sisters. But me and Michaela walked through. You guys were either ahead or behind us.
I was in the middle somewhere. I was lost.
It was tight. It was tight. And Matt started walking in with us and he's like, oh, hell no. And he turned around and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you're letting me go into this by myself? And he's like, I don't do that. So he hung out with our old bus driver who was adorable. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And they like went and like hung out and
they did their own little excursion or something. I just remember I had my own time. Okay.
And then a couple hours later, we come out of the cave and he's like, oh, I'm so glad that you're back. And I was like, okay, guys, like, let's get in the bus and like, let's go get something to eat. But when I say get something to eat, I mean, like, let's get authentic Portuguese food. Let's have wine. Let's have conversation. Let's do shots. Like, let's live our best life. And he's like, oh, okay, let's do that. And then all of a sudden we all had to go to the restroom. So they brought us to this little ghetto snack bar, which is so not Portuguese. Let's just say that they were selling like empanadas. Which I don't hate an empanada, but you're in Portugal. You ain't eating empanadas.
No.
So everyone's like going to the bathroom and Matt's like, oh, look, guys, they have snacks. And I was like, we're not eating snacks here. We are not eating snacks here. We're going to eat real snacks. And he's like, but there's snacks. I go, you say the word snack one more time. And I dragged him out by the collar of his shirt. Am I lying right now?
No.
I don't
I'm
mess
sorry,
around.
Matt, it's not funny.
It was so funny though.
It's
And I
hysterical.
took him where no one could see us. At least I thought no one could see us. And I was shaking him like by his neck,
Sorry, a little rag doll, sorry.
like a rag doll. And he's like 3 times my size and I'm a big bitch. And all I remember is Nini coming around the corner with Kevin. Hi, Kev. With Kevin. And I was just shaking Matt and Nini was coming over to talk to us. And then all of a sudden she was like, oh, hell
Stopped
no.
in my tracks. I was like, absolutely not. Looked at Kevin quickly. We both assessed at the moment and we were like, yep, we're going back to the bus.
Let Katie fuck him up in real time alone where she wanted to in the first place. And I just remember getting on the bus and Nini just looked at me and she was like, you are a real one. Like, I just saw you beat Matt's ass and like, you are my idol and I love you. And that's when I like fell in love with you because I was like, if you like the fact that I beat my husband, we are going to be friends forever. And then we instantly bonded.
Oh, absolutely. I was like, this was the most rawest I've like seen. I was like, she was out of her element and comfort to a different extreme. And I was like, oh, I like this woman. I was
Yes.
like, absolutely.
Like you liked me, but you really liked me after
I was
that.
like, oh, okay. She's a real one.
And I just remember when we were in Madeira, because this is all coming back to me now, I'm jogging my memory. When we were in Madeira, we were sitting at the pool. And it was you, me, Kevin, and Matt. And we were just shooting the shit about business and work and money and just all the things that like our type of people talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't talk about people. We don't talk shit. We don't complain. We talk about money and fun and success and all that. And we were sitting at the pool and we were talking about business. And I was like, girl, you need to start your own business. Like you are just so freaking talented. You have so much to offer the world. And pretty much when we got home, we started talking about mentorship.
Yeah, that was like the light bulb where I actually felt even something. I was like, oh my God. I was like, someone who is this successful telling me that I need to start doing something for myself. I was like, maybe I have the potential. Like the door was cracked open for me and I was very terrified at the same time, but I can't thank you enough.
Well, it's my pleasure. I love pushing people. Some people don't like when I push them, but I know that you are the type of person.
I needed the kick in the ass, clearly.
Well, but look at that kick in the ass has led us to doing this podcast, working together for over 3 years. Like it's just amazing. So that was really like the birth of your company, which I cannot wait to talk to everybody about.
Oh,
but before we talk about your company, I want to also say that you and I kind of come from the same area in Massachusetts. Which has a very specific vibrational frequency.
It sure does.
I'm not talking shit. I love where I'm from, and I'm so happy that I'm from there. Yeah. But where are you from originally?
Technically, I am from the Boston, Dorchester area.
Yes.
But we definitely moved out of the city into the suburban area of Whitman, unfortunately. But very small community town, but definitely stayed true to my roots.
Yes. So which is hard because at least like I'm from Taunton, so it's very ethnic.
Yes.
Whitman's not as ethnic as Taunton.
No.
Maybe if you go over to Brockton, that will be a little bit ethnic.
Yeah.
But Whitman is definitely not ethnic.
Not at all. Not remotely at all. We were definitely pinpointed out anytime, family parties and functions because of what it started.
That must have been difficult.
Some points, especially when I was younger, it was very much difficult when I was younger, but because I grew up in the town and became like one of the locals in a sense, it definitely became easier. So, I mean, shout out to them helping me out, becoming the woman that I am today.
I was going to say that because I always talk about this on the podcast where it's like where I'm from really taught me so much about just being a hardcore bitch and no one's coming to save you.
Yeah.
And we did not grow up with silver spoons in our mouths by any means.
Not.
Right. And your mom is very much like my mom. She is very tough.
I love me my Terry though.
Oh, we loved her. I told her you were coming to podcast. She was like, please tell Nini I said hi. Oh my God, I miss her so much.
She had me dying.
She's my mom is a hot shit. She really truly is. But I think that, growing up where we grew up and being raised by really strong women, really tough women, right? And you have sisters.
Oh, I do.
And you're the baby.
No, I'm the
You're
middle.
the middle. That's right. That's a lot too.
Oh, it's all over the place.
Yep.
I'm like the black sheep in a sense.
Oh, really? I don't know anyone that's also like that. Nah. Hello. But I think that being raised where we were raised, being raised by strong women, having sisters, right? And just living where we lived when we were little. I think it gave us like the real gumption to be like, you know what? No one's coming to save us. We got to make our lives our own.
Oh, yes.
And I think that you are a true testament of that.
Oh, yes. It was definitely a make or break. I definitely was stuck between a rock and a hard place all the time. very misunderstood, definitely taken out of context all the time.
Mhm.
So I, living in the area that I have, but then also having the same roots and the same family who have very strong personalities. We are very outspoken. You had to learn the middle balance.
Yeah, I get it, girl.
Yeah.
But aren't you now at your age, right? Because you're grown. Aren't you now like so grateful for that experience? Because you're like, wow, if I didn't have these adverse experiences, I wouldn't be the woman I am today. And you probably wouldn't have had the cojones to have started your own company.
Oh, absolutely. I am very grateful, and I will praise the Lord that he led my path the way that he did, because
Mhm.
I don't think I would have done this.
No,
I
definitely
think I
not.
probably would have been running amok somewhere
Oh, yeah.
and
I think about that all the time.
lost.
Like, there's always that other version of you that could have been. I
Yes,
think about her a lot.
me too.
She could have had like 10 baby daddies, maybe a needle hanging out of her arm somewhere on the streets.
Who you telling?
Just saying.
I'm like, I could have been running amok with maybe 20 different men and enjoying my life, thinking I was doing something
Mhm.
abroad. No, I don't know. I can't. I'm like, there's so many stories I could say for me, but that's
Mhm.
also on different versions of levels of
Oh,
who
yeah.
I've become. So
Absolutely. And you've been in the service industry for most of your life. So talk a little bit
yes.
about that, because I want to the listeners at home
Mhm.
and all the women that listen, and men, but all the women that listen to the podcast, they all have very similar stories. And I love having women on my podcast as guests who have had a lot of adversity
Mhm.
and should not be who they are today because of their circumstances, but defied the odds
Yeah.
really and became who they are today. So you've been in the industry for a really long time serving. So tell me about
Yes.
that and how it kind of parlayed into what you're doing now.
Oddly to say, starting my service industry, it's Wendy's. Just
You
learning.
started at Wendy's?
I started at Wendy's.
I love this. This is why I love having people on the podcast, because it's like you find out all these things that you did not know. All right, tell me about Wendy's, honey.
Wendy's was definitely a learning curve.
How old were you?
I was 16 years old. I only chose the place because I was a fat girl. I loved food.
Who you talking
still
to,
love
girl?
food, but definitely
Same.
I was on it. But I was like, all right, if I'm going to work any industry, it wouldn't be Burger King or McDonald's, because I probably would gain 20 more pounds or even more throughout the time. So it taught me a lot, though.
Well,
because me dealing with people were not the best.
Oh my God, it's a lot.
It's exhausting.
I don't care what service industry you're in. I don't care if you're at Wendy's. I don't care if you're an esthetician. I don't care if you own a wellness center. Like when you are forward facing to people,
yes,
it changes you in ways that you never thought possible. Yes. And I was also in the service industry when I was a kid too. And I always was in service industry jobs. And there were some good ones and there were some bad ones. But don't you agree that all of them really taught you though, like how to deal with people?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Like different personalities, how people work, like their work ethics, and you had to kind of just level yourself with them and kind of actually step into their own shoes. Like not people going to have the same pace as you or, work structure. So it definitely, intertwined in that sense, but it took this girl a lot.
And then after you got out of that, you stayed in the food industry.
No, I went into car dealerships. I went into, working with children. I've been across the board. Went into a factory. I even worked in one of those.
Wow.
It was absurd. I don't know. I've had so many jobs in my lifetime, and sadly to say I'm only 34, but that from 16 to 34, it's been a lot. It's been an ongoing.
And when did you have your first child? Because by the way, guys, Nini's doing all this and she's also a single mom. And we have a special guest going to say hi to you in a little while. I'm going to call her over because she is my BFF. Wait, just hold your breath. It will happen. She's already like, oh, I'm getting ready over there. She's watching her mom, which I love this too, because your daughter is watching us podcast right now, which makes me want to cry, because I'm like, this is like a full circle moment to
watch. Absolutely.
How many kids can watch their moms do such cool stuff?
I never did.
No. Well, no. Samesies.
Love my mom, but no, never did anything like this. Yep. Never. Definitely teaching moments, but not a teaching moment in this life. And I always say it, she is a mini me. She's the best version of me. I wouldn't ask for anyone better to be another person in my life that's exactly like myself. And it's really fun to watch her grow and help her grow.
And it's healing.
Oh, it's
for you to be
Absolutely.
to be a mom and see because we've had these conversations before, to see her do all the things that you did growing up and how you're raising her very differently than you were raised,
Yes.
which is amazing.
I'm actually helping her grow and hold her hand through the process where I was just thrown to the wolves.
I think all of us were, though. Our generation, we were like all like latchkey kids,
Yeah.
right? Like I was like baking like 6-course meals and like when I was like 10.
Taking care of everyone and the mother.
Yes.
Including our own mothers, ourselves, instead of the opposite. In effect, my siblings and I definitely had to kind of hold one another accountable and together, even when we did feel alone. So yeah.
And so how old were you when you had your first child?
17.
Okay, so you guys hearing this? So she was working at Wendy's at 16. Then she was having a baby at 17. God bless you. I was doing keg stands in the woods at 17. I wasn't having no child, honey. I'd still be in the woods right now if I didn't get married and like have my job and have my businesses. I'd still be partying. I would be like, I'm the cool mom.
That's what I think I would have been too. I was like, I got God threw that curveball, I'm guessing exactly when I needed, because the spiral cycle I was going into, I can definitely see where he was like, if we don't do something now, this girl may go off the hinge.
Yeah. Go off I know. I get it. Do you think that being a single mom at the time was really difficult, but then since then it helped you so much evolve in who you are today?
Oh, yes. And I still can say till this day, I'm still learning and growing, being a mother in the process, but for sure that hit home.
Yeah.
It hit home and hard, and I had to grow up really quick. I had to take bull by its horns and then just figure everything out all at once, because it wasn't for myself, it was for my kid.
Yeah.
And then not too long after, had another one.
Yeah. And how old is Nelson now?
Oh my God. My big man is 16 turning 17.
That's crazy.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Oh, Lord.
And Avita's how old?
Turning 10.
Oh my God, it's so wild. And did you know, though, through all of this time, and if you say no to me, that's totally fine, but did you know from the time that you were younger that you wanted to be an entrepreneur? Or did you think, I'm just going to be in the service industry, I'm going to help people, I'm going to do those types of things, and this is just like what I'm going to do?
I would never say that I thought I was going to ever be an entrepreneur, because I didn't think I even had that in my cards. But what I did know about myself, because of how hard I worked and how much I knew I didn't want to provide the stuff that I was given, I wanted to give more for myself and my kids. That's why I hustled so much. I always had school and worked 2 jobs. I made sure that they were taken care of, myself was taken care of prior to anything else. So I knew I was always going to have the money. I'm going to make things happen. I'm going to work hard. But I did not think at all that I would be starting my own business and doing something even bigger and greater for my kids.
But you have been an entrepreneur your whole life. If you really think about it, like being a single mom, everything you just said, if you just took the kids out of the equation, it would literally be an entrepreneur's journey. Like, I had to do all these things. I had to hustle. And we've had these conversations in our one-on-ones and stuff, like how we've had such similar pasts, right? And I think that all those things really got us to the place where we are now. We're like, I don't want to work a 9-to-5 job.
No.
We couldn't, by the way.
No.
I know I could not.
They don't even like me. I don't like them. Like, it's terrible.
We are human resource nightmares. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, we are. That's why I always change my jobs. I was always looking for more.
Yes.
And I was like, you guys are constricting me, and I don't like to be constricted.
No.
So I was like, yeah, no.
And that's usually what entrepreneurs have in common. Like, they're like, I don't want to ask another grown adult when I can take a vacation, if I can go to the bathroom. Can I take a break and go to lunch? Like,
oh my God. It's ridiculous. I'm like, you're micromanaging my entire life. And this is now affecting even my home in a sense, because I'm like, I can't even breathe.
Yes. No. And there's a ceiling on how much you can make when you are working at like a business or a 9-to-5 job. And you're also building other people's dream and not your own.
Exactly.
But sometimes we have to go and do those service industry jobs
do it for ourselves.
To learn, right?
I've definitely have learned from experiencing other people's companies and businesses, how their work ethic, their HR, how people are speaking to one another. I'm like, oh no, like, definitely enlightened me and opened my eyes, where I'm like, now take this information and apply it to myself.
Yes.
Let's get this ball rolling.
See, I love that. And that's the thing, is people want to just like go from 0 to 100 without the learning process. And that's the problem. This is why people fail. Oh God, girl, you need patience to be an entrepreneur.
I'm surprised I even have any patience because I
Well,
definitely don't have them with my kids or anybody else.
oh my God,
so
you're like the best mom. I'm always like, will you adopt me? No,
no, I'm
you
okay.
have
I'm all
so
right.
much, you have so much patience. Are you kidding me? This girl, she lives in Whitman, Massachusetts. For anyone that's like a New Englander, you guys know where that is compared to where my studio is in Hudson, New Hampshire. And she drives up at least twice a week.
Yes.
So her daughter can take martial arts with my husband, Matt.
Yep.
And she's doing amazingly well.
I know,
Avita,
she kicks butt.
where is your belt? What belt you have now? Your purple belt? Oh my
She's kicking
gosh.
butt.
She really
She's
is.
gonna beat me. I'm still at purple.
She's tough. I'm at yellow, so don't even like start with me. I think I literally am at yellow still. And
Stop
I'm not,
it.
I'll ghetto fight you. I'm a black belt. I will scratch you. I will bite you. I will do whatever it takes, but I don't know any of the
we'll
moves.
take the cake on that one. I will take the cake on that one too.
100%.
But when it comes to this,
totally different.
She got me.
But she drives up twice a week at least, and she's always coming to like our special events and stuff. So there is no excuses for anyone out there that's like, oh, it's too far, or like, I don't have the time. Like, you literally do not have the time, and you make the time because you know how important it is for not only your child to do what she's doing, but for you as well.
Yes, because I make it in the sense of, this is something that her and I can do together. And I want her to be as strong and confident and powerful as much as I am. And I know I had to go through things to get there. But again, she's the best version of myself. So let me hold your hand while we're going through the process together, and you can do it too.
I know.
Let's start them young.
So
Why
awesome.
wait? I'm not throwing her into the wolves and just letting her figure out life. We can figure it out together.
I think
that's part of parenting.
So big, so huge. I hope everyone out there just heard what she said. That is prolific. It really truly is.
Oh, thanks.
So when we figured out together, okay, this is the next step, Nini, you're gonna open this company.
Oof.
What was that like for you?
I was still in disbelief because for me, realistically, I'm like, it's been already a long time coming, and I know I have been working towards it slowly, but the way that this year has like kind of kicked off, I'm still shocked. I remember you guys giving me that phone call, letting me know where we're at right now, and I was beyond ecstatic. I actually cried. I got off the phone and I cried to my sisters because I was with my sisters at that time. We were in vacation, so it was even better. Like, we actually ended up celebrating.
You were in Brazil?
Yeah. I was in Brazil when I'm like, got off the phone. I like run over. I'm like, I have something to show you guys. I am so excited. I can't believe it's finally here because I know I've been talking about it, but not talking about it.
Yeah, because you don't want to talk too much, because it's like, I don't like to tell people too much of what I'm doing. And I think that you have that in common with me.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you keep it under wraps until the eggs have hatched.
Absolutely. Because I'm like, I'm a firm believer of like jinxing yourself or, bad voodoo or anything. I don't need people knowing my business unless it's actually becoming something.
Yes.
And it was the best feeling I've ever had. I felt like a little kid on Christmas Day, and I haven't had that feeling in a very long time.
No, because we're old and we don't have. No one's doing that shit for us.
Anything for me.
Absolutely.
I'm doing it all for myself. So realistically, I was like, "Holy crap!" I'm like, "This is crazy. I'm getting somewhere. I'm actually doing what I said I wanted to do, and I'm applying myself." Yes, guaranteed it took a bit for me, but I was like, one thing Miss Katie had always told me: anything that's supposed to be happening for you, if you have the patience, it's going to come to you. And it sure did. You delivered that for me. And I'm so happy to do this together.
Me too. And, I just gave you the tools and the right people to do the things that we don't know how to do, or we don't want to do, we don't have the time to do. And all you did was take the tools and implement them, and you just stuck to it. Because so many people want to be entrepreneurs. They want to have the freedom to travel. Like, you were in Brazil when you got, not many people can be like, yo, I'm in Brazil, I'm in Portugal, I'm over here. You're always going somewhere.
Yes.
Because you love to travel.
Yes. That's like my outlet. It actually recharges me. So I think that was funny. I was like, I'm already on a vacation and spending good time, and then I'm getting this news. It recharged me when I came back home. We've been like full throttle at it.
Yes.
I'm like, there's nothing that's going to stop me now. I'm going to make this happen regardless of what if, ands, or buts, curveballs thrown my way.
Yes. And we've had some, right?
Oh, yes.
Because when we started really talking about, creating this business and me helping you do it and giving you, all the tools that you didn't have at that moment, because you haven't been an entrepreneur. You have all of the things that you've learned and all of the adversity and all of the knowledge. But sometimes it takes someone like me or other coaches who have that acumen to be like, to see that in someone, to see like, this person has the potential to do this for herself. and I can come in and help her with the things that she doesn't have. And that's the beauty of co-creation and collaboration.
Oh, absolutely. You believed in me instantly. The day that you said that, like I said, that's what threw a fire into my ass. Realistically, I was like, holy crap, like someone actually can tell me, and I see your success. So I'm like, then if you can believe in me, why can't I believe in myself?
Right. And I think that the thing that also helped you was to be like, you know what? She's like right down the street. She grew up right down the street from where I grew up, and she didn't have a different upbringing than me.
The relating,
Right.
it was so relatable. I was like, this is not off. And honestly, I can say for myself, people I've surrounded myself with is part of the reason. And not saying that they're bad, it's because you are a product of your environment. So when you take yourself out of that environment and you set yourself with people who have different visions and beliefs in success, and you can see it, it's an actual fact. You've made it happen. It gives you the strength to be like, yeah, I can do this too.
Yeah. And that's what I always want to do with all the girls that I work with, is to say like, hey, if I can do what I've done in my life, you can do anything. Legit. And I think that sometimes it takes one person just to tell you, and someone usually that you admire, or that you're like, oh, she has what I would like to have. Maybe not the same things, but you're like, okay, she's living a good life.
Yeah.
And when you see that, that's what clicks in your brain. Like, if she can do this, I can do this. And she believes in me. And sometimes it just takes that one person to tell you like, yo, you can do this and I believe in you. And that opens every door for you.
Oh, absolutely. And make sure you humble yourself during the process.
Because you will be humbled a lot during it.
The amount of times, I don't think I've ever gotten out of like character or anything, but for sure I've gotten reminders. And I have to sit back and eat those, because I'm like, yeah, you yourself can be the reason why you're not moving forward.
Yes.
So,
and to your point, you are, like Jim Rohn once said, you are the sum of the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
And how we grew up, like friends that I would surround myself with, different coworkers, colleagues, and just people in general, you're like, oh, that's not good. And then when you get around people who actually like us, we talk about our goals, our dreams, our aspirations,
completely
success.
different conversations.
Yeah. And then when you try to go back to the old fashioned conversations, doesn't it?
God.
How do you feel? I always like to ask these questions, because when I do, girl, I'm like, what am I doing?
Start making the eye twitch.
Yes.
I have no capacity anymore to sit in a room with people who are, in a sense, simple-minded.
Mm-hmm.
They are bare minimum conversations. They're talking about celebrities or nonsense. It's just, to me, I'm like, I can't entertain it. I can probably entertain it for a very short period of time, but if conversation is not going anywhere, we're not having like a deeper value of things, I can't do it. I will rather sit at home and
Yep. I don't want to talk about the weather. I don't want to talk about the Kardashians. No. I don't want to talk about the news.
No.
I want to be like, okay, do you have an S&P 500 stock account? Are you making moves? Are you trying to buy, real estate? What are you doing with your business? Like, those are the conversations that we have. What's going on with your spirituality?
Teach me, please.
Yes.
Because that's also another conversation I have with people. I don't need someone telling me just because they're flaunting. Teach me. Please, let's have that conversation where we can sit down and build one another up. That's what I'm looking for with who I'm going to surround myself with.
Yeah. Yeah. But before, it wasn't possible. And I think back to when I was younger too, and the people that I used to spend time with, and I look at them now and I'm like, I can't even believe I was friends with those people. But they get you to where you are now.
I'm very grateful for them too.
Absolutely.
I don't regret it.
Nope.
I will never look back and think like, oh, those people are not my friends or anything. They were absolutely my friends. I was exactly where I needed to be at that time.
Yeah.
But it also helped me to be where I am right now.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. I appreciate all of you ladies.
Yes. Yes.
But I'm okay.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Yeah. Everyone has a place in your journey.
Yeah.
And it's no shade.
No.
But like you were probably, and I can say this for myself, I was at the vibrational frequency then that I was attracting those people into my life.
Oh, yes.
And I didn't know any better.
Neither did I.
I thought like, these are dope ass bitches.
Yeah, I was like, I love these ladies. And I absolutely still do. I have a space in my heart for them. But I'm also like, I know we're all on different vibrations.
Yes.
And I'm not here to ruffle yours. We're not going to ruffle mine.
Mm-hmm.
And we can peacefully just
do our thing.
Yeah.
Yep. So now and I'm going to let you tell the audience what you're doing, but now with your business, like what are the next steps? Like what are the goals? What are the dreams? What are we doing?
I'm just looking more for the next step as of I'm hoping and crossing fingers like end of next month.
Yeah.
We are just now booking and rolling.
I love it.
Because we're that close. We're very, very close, and there's nothing that's going to stop me from here on out.
No,
but
it's going to be so next level.
We're on a different atmosphere on that, and I'm excited.
So let's tell all of the listeners at home in Ambitchious Land, let's talk about the process of creating your company and how long it took and all the different ideas and all the things we threw at each other for months and months and months.
Switching things in and out, just being creative.
Yes.
We're definitely being creative with this one, which is actually majority of what the product is creating cocktails and mocktails, and enjoying an environment with people that you want to surround yourself with. And you don't have to do that at a restaurant anymore, or just at a club, or a bar. You can do that in the comfort of your own home, in your own space. And
you came up with this during COVID. Because during COVID, I was
doing this during COVID.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So you were bartending,
yep.
and you were hit with COVID just like everybody else. The service industry kind of screeched to a halt for a little bit.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
None of us could go out and go to restaurants. And then even when we did have the restaurants and bars open back up, it just wasn't the same. Like you're following the arrows, there's glass partition. Can we just stop for a second? What in the hell were we doing, girl? Can you let's just go back to that time? Doesn't it feel like it wasn't real? Like I feel like I was in a bad dream for years.
Yes. I don't even know. Sometimes I still mix up the time frames of when COVID started and when COVID ended.
Seriously.
And people are like, that was still COVID. No, it wasn't. Was it? Because I feel like too, during that time, people started to just not care. So they were just out and about doing their own thing.
Absolutely. And sometimes when I go to restaurants and they still have the glass up, I want to just take it and break it with my fist. I'm like, why is this still up? Why was this even up in the first place? Because that glass ain't gonna stop COVID from spreading, right?
No.
But I still see please, girl. That's a whole different story for a different day, because I could get into that too. But I still see that sometimes. I'm like, oh my God, that's like a bad dream that we were all in.
Yes.
So you were home for a while and you were like, okay, I want to have a cocktail. And you started messing around at home, making your own cocktails, trying out different things, having friends over.
I was doing my own thing. I actually stayed working, but because I couldn't go out, I would be home and I'm like, I need me a drink. I deal with a lot of people in the day. So, I started taking what I saw and learned and creating them at home, and then kind of just putting my own little spin to it. And then I got more of, because COVID was still happening and you can't really go out as much, I started to actually invite my friends over, and I would let's do girls' night. I would supply all the alcohol. So the liquor store down the street from my house,
they loved you.
They loved me. They saw me every week.
Was it a packy?
It was definitely a packy.
Okay, so in Massachusetts, guys, if you ever hear us say the word packy, that's a package store, because in Massachusetts they have these little corner stores where you can get alcohol, wine, beer, or whatever. In New Hampshire they don't have that. They have a
actual
liquor commission. Yeah. So when we say we're going to the packy, that's what we mean, and that's where you were going. So you were going to the packy.
I definitely was.
Getting all your mixers, getting all your alcohol, right?
Oh yeah, I would get all the candy, everything. I would end up going to the grocery store, getting all of the snacks, and then I would be putting Skittles in the the vodka, creating just craziness. And my friends had said it. They were like, you're like a in-home bartender,
like a mixologist.
Yeah, they're like, you create your own things all the time, and they're getting lit. They're enjoying themselves. I'm enjoying myself. And they were like, they were first like, why don't you just become a bartender? And I was like, I don't have the opportunity to be a bartender. Again, I doubted myself. I don't know why, but we spoke it into existence apparently. And I just kept on doing that. But I was like, I kind of took that idea and furthered it after being a bartender, learning more of the trade and the art of it. And I actually fell in love with it very much. getting drunk too.
Doesn't hurt. Doesn't
It
hurt.
does not hurt.
But remember we were in Portugal too, like you were like all the,
Fascinating.
it's fascinating, right? Like all the different alcohols and what it does and what it tastes like and where it comes from. And you and I had that love when we were in Madeira together.
Oh,
Like we were drinking the pancha.
God. Probably my favorite thing too, on top of it, because I'm getting drunk and I'm enjoying it with my friends and people I was getting to know. I'm like, again, putting a vision into work without even knowing we were doing it.
I have chills when we're just talking about that. Because it's like, remember the day that we were in Portugal and I was like, oh, you have to try Vinho Verde, which is the green wine. And you were like, what the hell is that? And I was like, well, it's a white wine, but it's made with this type of grape and they only have it in Portugal and da-da-da. And we drink a lot of that. And we drink pancha, which is, it's made with this, it's called aguardente. And it's like this clear alcohol and it's legit, like it's moonshine.
Oh yeah.
It's Portuguese moonshine.
It was so good though.
But in Madeira, what they do is they take like beautiful, fresh squeezed, crazy, exotic juices like, you know, passion fruit and tangerine and all these things. And they mix it with a muddler and
sugar and honey and just,
it's the best.
Just a nice sweet.
Yes. And remember we were drinking it. I drank that whole bottle in the pool. I may or may not have peed in the pool that day. I'm just saying, don't go in that pool, child, because it's probably still my pee-pee is in there. Hey, sometimes you just lit and you gotta go. You gotta go.
You gotta go. It is what it is.
No one's gonna invite me ever to their pool. They're gonna be like, Kate, don't give Katie a drink. She got pee in your pool. My God. But I think about that a lot. Like just thinking about your dream of doing what you're doing now, and like how it kind of all started in Madeira, and then it parlayed from there into, well, actually it started during COVID.
Yeah.
And then when we
went,
it
really heightened during Madeira's trip because, you know, you and I would just continue to talk about the vision of it. And I was like, I think I even said it then, I was like, I would love to create this and bring it back home in a sense of putting it in people's homes.
Yes.
And having the comfort of it. And I think what also helped was the pricing in Madeira was so cheap.
Oh my God.
That blew my mind that I'm like, people are spending we were talking about it, spending like $20, $30 during COVID, like after it ended, the pricing went so up that I'm like, it was really hard to kind of afford in a sense of getting back into the world and enjoying a nightlife.
Yes.
So we're like, why wouldn't we do this?
And now in Boston, because you're in Boston, right? Yeah. Now in Boston, and I go into the city all the time, like you can get a martini for like $30.
It's absurd.
And it's not good.
No.
It's watered down.
You can even watch them and you know it's going to be bad.
Oh, honey, please. Like sometimes I order something and I'm like, why did I order that? This person does not know what the hell they're doing. I'm just going to go behind there and make it myself. Yeah. And I'm sure you think that all the time, you know?
It's so bad. I don't like being this person, but if I even see you already making wrong, I'm already having you turn around and take it back.
Yes. I'm not paying for that.
Because I'm like, I'd rather go home and make my own cocktail.
Yes.
Or a mocktail. I don't understand.
I know.
It's so simple.
And it's funny because we've had these conversations a lot lately where Nini and I don't really drink that much anymore. We really don't.
I know. I lightened up so much. Thank God.
Both of us have a lot.
My liver's surviving.
Oh, honey, my liver's like, thank you for giving me a break. Because during COVID, I was drinking a lot of alcohol. Yeah, I think everyone was drinking. They were doing some kind of outlet just to like escape.
Whatever you handed me, I was drinking.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. And so from all that, when we started to work together in mentorship and we started to kind of like throw ideas at each other, like, okay, what is this business going to be and how are we going to give it to the world and how are we going to present it and what's the branding and what's the colors and what's the logo and what's the feel and what is like the real value that you're going to bring to people?
Oh yeah.
We tossed things around for a long time.
Oh yes.
And we'd get on something and then we would like hit it for like 3 months and then we would be like, no, wait a minute, this is not it. This is not it.
Like it didn't feel right.
Yeah.
Like it felt right at the moment while we were speaking of it, but then as time continued, we were just both like, no, this needs to be more.
Yes.
There's more to this.
And do you remember when I met with you that one time and I was like, I had a dream. I'm like so Martin Luther King. I'm like, I had a dream. And you were like, tell me more. And I was like, I had this dream that this is the name that you called your company. And this is like what you're going to do. And you're like, dude, this is what I've been thinking too. And it just was like, and that's the beauty of like two women coming together, not in competition, but in that beautiful.
We were so in sync.
Yes.
It was crazy. I'm like, I don't even live around here. And we don't talk on a daily basis. We talk, trust.
Yes, we do.
Talk. But business wise, we would come in, do our job and our work together. And when we came in, it was like, bitch, how you in my head?
Oh, because that's what happens when you get in sync with that person.
We must have been dreaming the same thing at the same time.
Yes.
The same thing at the same time all the time.
Absolutely.
We come together and that's a wrap.
So tell everybody now the name of the business and what we're going to be doing.
It's called Cosmopolitan Cocktails. And I am providing a luxury service to you, whether it's your home or party or just whatever events. I am your personal bartender. And trust me, you're not going to get a bad drink.
Nope. She can slang them, honey. She can slang
I
them.
definitely can. And I'm going to help you create your tasting, what you like to provide for you and your, you know, your friends, your family, whomever. And we're not just doing cocktails, we're also doing mocktails, because I also understand, there's people that do not drink, or sobriety, or children. I want to cater to all, everyone around me.
Yes.
And around you, in a sense. And I want to give you the same experience that you would if you did go out to a restaurant and you wanted personal time, and you're looking at a menu and you're like, oh my God. But instead of you looking at a menu and being like, oh, this sounds great, you created your own menu.
Yes.
I'm giving you the opportunity to be in your own personal bartender as well.
So Nini is going to be providing this mobile bartending. So pretty much what I love, I mean, I love the whole entire thing, but I love that yours is so customizable, where a lot of these mobile bartending people, like these people that own these companies, where you see them all the time on Instagram, TikTok, or whatever, you see them and they come and they have all their drinks and they're just slinging whatever drink that the person's asking for, which you can do that.
Yeah.
But what I love so much is you really give it like that TLC. So you meet with the people. Okay, what is the theme of this party? What is the vibe? What kind of drinks do you want? Do you want it? Is it a birthday drink? So are we going to make it all like Leo or Aquarius themed, right? Or is this for a bachelorette party and we're going to do it all themed for that? And then you customize the whole entire event front to back with these customizable cocktails, and it's around what these people desire.
Yes.
You bring everything that they need and that you need to create these incredible cocktails, and you do everything for them, and they don't have to worry about being the hostess and then being like, I have to sometimes. I'm like, I'm trying to host and feed people and make them drinks, and it's stressful, and you don't even have a good time at your own party.
No, because you're too busy focusing on everything else other than your company and your time with your friends and your family, enjoying what life is supposed to be bringing.
Yes, I love it. Tell us about some of the parties that you've done so far, like at different people's homes. So
absolutely.
I love these stories. They're always so good.
I've done birthday parties, I want to say it was a Minnie Mouse birthday party.
Oh, I love this.
So it was pretty pink, whites, and I created a mocktail for the children and put glitter in it. It made it very, festive, because it was a little girl. It was so cute. But then I also created that same drink into an adult version. And trust me and believe me, I have never seen many people just go crazy over it.
Really?
Yes. It was simple mixtures together. That's it. But yeah,
it's the way you present it, though. It's what I love so much. It's like, it's not just a drink, it's like a work of art.
Yes.
And that's what people love.
Because they actually got to see me create it and make it in front of their faces. I didn't come in and just, put it in a pitcher or something. I actually I made every single drink by hand. So you saw me muddling the limes for the cocktail. You saw me pouring the liquor. You saw me creating the juices, shaking it up. And I'm giving you that personal bar experience that you would when you go out at your home.
I love
with
this.
my own personal bar. I have everything provided for you. So you literally just sit there and you're like, oh,
I can chill at my own party.
I can chill at my own party. I can walk up, grab a drink. And obviously I provide other, anything that you would like, any beers, wines. But again, when it comes down to getting the full bar experience, whatever cocktails you want, I'm going to create or I'm going to make for you. And you're just enjoying yourself.
I love this. So if people want to hire you, so say I'm like, okay, girl, I'm having a birthday party for myself. I'm an Aquarius and I'm a narcissist and I just want it all to be about me. So what would be the process? So I would reach out to you on your website.
On my website.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you'll get back to them. And then you'll provide them with like a questionnaire, like, okay, what is happening, right? Like, what is the party? What do you see for the theme? What do you expect? What would you like? What do you don't like? And then from there, then would you make a cocktail for them beforehand? Would you have like a sit down with them?
I would definitely ask for us to well, one, I'm going to see the availability. And if that is possible, then of course I'm going to go right in. I'm going to contact you and let you know, like, hey, I think you and I should have a meeting, like a Zoom meeting, something virtual, or we can do it over the phone, however. And then kind of go down the logistics. Like, are you, based off of your questionnaire, what specifically, what are you looking for in the tasting or the vibe? And let's create it together so that you're actually having that experience with me.
See,
too.
I like that.
Yes.
Like how you're
like
giving,
yeah,
like you're giving them that opportunity to like be involved.
Yes.
Not just you show up.
Own actual bartender, because they're a mixologist, realistically, them being their own mixologist and picking and choosing flavors and liquors and just, even garnishes. It goes down to all of it, realistically. And then we'll go from there. We would make sure we're jotting down anything that I am going to provide or what you are able to provide, and then we're going to create it together, and then I execute it for you.
That's awesome. And then you give them the price, like this is how much it's going to cost, and you do it.
How many people?
Do you do it per hour, or do you do it for like the whole entire event?
So it's depending. So I have the packaging part. So my packages will have like at least 3 hours for this amount of money. And again, it will provide also, maybe you can have a personalized cocktail, 1 to 3, but again, that's depending on the pricing and the packaging itself. You get more of creating your own cocktails in those senses of depending, and then how many people are also involved.
Yes, I love this. This is like, dude, I've already, so just so you guys know, stay tuned, because we're going to be having, we're doing like a reno, like a rebrand at KBMFC Wellness.
Oh, I know.
And we're having some really cool girl parties. Like we're going to start having movie nights once a month at the studio, because I'm putting in like a whole projection screen. We're going to be having some dance parties. And Nini is our house bartender.
Yes.
And we're also putting in a full bar.
I know.
At KBMFC.
So excited.
So during the week when we're all working out, it will be water, coffee, tea, and like healthy drinks. But then when we have our girls' time, we're gonna get litty like a titty.
Oh, absolutely.
We're gonna get Tina Turnt. I mean, we're gonna get Tina Turnt, honey. We're gonna get Tina Turnt. I'm so excited.
Everyone's gonna be flinging their heads back and forth.
Oh, well, let me tell you, me and Nini will sit on the couch at my studio, and we'll just like talk so much shit. But it's so fun because you're like, this is creation.
Oh yes.
This is creation. So stay tuned, because we're gonna have some amazing parties with Nini, and like you really inspired me in a lot of ways to do the renovation on the studio, because I'm like, I want it to be like this beautiful collaborative community thing, because I think, and we talk about this all the time, there's so many people out there that own, wellness centers and they're coaches, and they're like, oh, I'm just doing this because I want community. But they're saying that because they think that that's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
But they're not really providing that.
No, they don't give that sense of comfort and community vibe where you're trusting of everyone there. You kind of have to tiptoe around people,
right?
Around the scene.
Yeah,
so.
But not at my studio.
No,
it's a totally different vibe. And that's why I was like, if I'm really going to do this, I'm going to do it once, I'm going to do it right. And KBMFC has evolved over the last 25 years so much, and this is like happening, and you inspired me to do so much of it. So thank you for that.
So have you inspired me.
That's all. I'm like, this is how girls, this is what all the women should be doing, especially during this age of Aquarius. This is time for the divine feminine to come together. No more trying to go against each other, no more competing. It's all about collaboration and co-creation. And if everybody out there in Ambitchious Land can do that, you are going to be very successful, even probably more than you are today. So stay tuned, because we're going to be having some awesome events with Nini as our celebrity bartender, which I'm so excited for.
I am too. I cannot wait.
It's going to be so dope.
Please come and see me.
Oh God, it's going to be so much fun. I want you still to have fun though. I know you're going to be bartending, but I still want you to like whip your head back and forth a little bit. Get down and dirty with us.
I'll do a little bit of both.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So let's talk now a little bit about the whole entire experience, as far as like the things that you went through when you were getting your business together. So like, what are some of the hardest things that you went through when we were like getting this all together? What were some things that were like and I'm saying this because I have this problem too. Every time that our little friends here, we got to say hi for a second. You want to come over and say hi? Or do you want to wait till the end? Oh, she's gonna wait to the end, honey. Okay, we'll gotta make your big debut. We're gonna give you a big debut. But I love her so much. She's the best. I'm her Auntie Katie. She is. Don't worry, we're almost done. I know you. She's like, I'm so sick of hearing these two talk. I have to hear them talk all the damn time. I know. But I think that we're like talking so much greatness about like your business, which is going to be fucking amazing. But at the same time, there's so many hard things that go into creating a company. And I think we only show like our highlight reels, like on social media or to people that really don't know us.
Oh, absolutely.
But I've been doing this for a really long time and I know how difficult it is. And you have to learn so many things on the fly and things that you didn't even think that you needed.
No.
And every time, and you can attest to this, I'm sure, every time you think you just get a little bit, like you get some like traction, something it's like whack-a-mole. It's like, oh, now I have to deal with this thing. Oh, now I need insurance. Now I need to do that. Now I need to do this. Tell us about some of the things that were really difficult, if any come to mind.
Oh, the whole process.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was
because you've never done anything like this before.
I guaranteed I've definitely, you hold our hands to a certain degree because this is a process that we should be learning also ourselves.
Of course.
And I appreciate all of the advice, but the kick in the butt that I would get for you is you have to do this. This is on you. So me actually even thinking I think what we changed the name a couple times prior of getting the actual Cosmopolitan Cocktails, the vibe and what we were looking for this business. That was insane. That frustrated me for weeks and days. And then actually gaining even more knowledge for myself on, different kinds of wines, the tastings and the flavors and how it's created. Same with liquor. The amount of times I went from wanting to do organic liquor to regular liquor, or what am I providing, and beers, that's a process. And then when it got really down to the nitty gritty, Lord have mercy.
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
Shout out to Miss Kathy.
Oh God, we love Kathleen Ramsey is like she does all of our
the contract alone.
Yeah, the PMAs, the contracts, all that kind of stuff. It's because, especially like everyone needs to have things backing them up, right? You need to have your insurances, you need to have your contracts, you need to have your PMAs, but with alcohol, you're venturing into a whole other space.
And that's where really, ramped it up for me, where I was like, oh no, I have to really dig in and do some research on this. Like, are we even able to provide alcohol in our state? And then our licensings, if you need any of those, what certificates you may need. It really got deep in and I was like, oh Lord. And then when you have to do that and then you're like, where am I going to get the money? How much time I'm working? And then, just
because legal stuff, BTW guys, when you're starting a business and you have to do legal stuff, anytime you work with an attorney or some kind of a contract person, it's expensive, and I think that a lot of people are like, I don't have any money and I'm going to start a business, which God bless, but just as well as I do, like shit is expensive. And it piles up. Yes, it does. It 100% does.
It sure does. And that's what definitely helped and took the time, which is why I will always be grateful too. It taught me a lot of patience. It was really me having to sit back and wait because I remember I was just like, let's just go ahead and let's get this done. Like the energy I got from it and the excitement, I just wanted to go right full into it. And Katie's like, all right, slow the hell down.
Slow your roll, babe.
It's not that easy.
Yes.
But
you need to be protected.
Yeah. You're like, we're still going to do this the proper way because we don't need any hiccups. And we got minor hiccups, of course.
Of course.
But
if you didn't, it wouldn't be real.
Yeah.
Definitely
would have.
And what's great too about, and I will toot my own horn for a second too, is we have a team.
Yeah.
So anytime that I bring in a new business mentorship member, a mentee or whatever, like if you're like, okay, I need an attorney or I need someone to do my contracts or I need someone to do my website or whatever, we have the people, we have the team, and we pull those people when we need them.
Oh yeah.
And we work around your budget, like I have clients who have come to me and work with me now that are like, I just spent $100,000 on a website. And I was like, say what? Like, who are you? Like Jeff Bezos, like you're building out a new Amazon. Like, why would that be $100,000? And then they start telling me like, oh, well, it was this and this. And I was like, in my head, I'm going, oh, child, you should have just came to me. It would have cost you maybe $5, So I always like to tell people that because I think that people go, okay, I'm going to hire this coach. Yeah. And what is she really going to do for me? She's just going to like, tell me like, just do this and do that. And like, whatever. It's totally not that.
No, it's not. Because there was a lot of moments where I felt that way, where I was like, I don't have all this money right now. I'm working day and night.
Yeah, I'm a
just to
single
even
mom.
provide for my own household. Now imagine to start this company or this business that I know I am going to be able to do, but it was a bit draining.
Yeah.
But you would sit there and you're like, why stress about it? We have resources, we have the people, we have the team to back you up, and that's why you pay me to help you. And it's proof.
Yes.
It's absolute proof.
Absolutely. And then once you got through all of the legal stuff and the
Yeah.
contracts, then we're like, okay, we have everything in order.
Yes.
We've built out the program.
Yes.
We've built out the offerings. Now let's call in our website person. So we called in my stepdaughter, Karina,
Yeah.
who's a friggin' genius when it comes to anything technical. Like,
Oh my
don't you
God.
feel I feel dumb around her, dude. Like, I know I'm not stupid. I'm fucking
I
smart.
had to still be like, do I even ask her this kind of question when it's probably the most simplest thing?
Well, because you know what it is too?
I don't know.
They're younger than us and they kind of like grew up even more with the technology. So like, I'll say, okay, Karina, show me this thing on the computer, and she'll do it in 2 seconds. And I'm like, can you write it down? Like step 1, like treat me like I'm a
Yeah.
baby. Like step 1, touch this button. Step 2, do
That's
this.
also still our generation too, where I had to write everything.
Me too. I
pinpoint
still do.
down same here. I'm like, only way I'm going to process and get this through is if you tell me literally every step.
Absolutely.
Do not leave anything out.
No. And when she came in, she took everything that we worked so hard on together, and she's the one that created the website and did all the structures and set up the payment processing and all that stuff, loaded all the contracts and all of that. So,
oh my God.
And this is kind of like sparking my mind, because I'm thinking about what you just said, like, oh, I didn't have all the money always like in that moment to do the things. And I think that also deters a lot of people, one, to hire a coach, and then 2, to even start a business, because they're like, how am I going to start a business and hire a coach when I don't even have the money to, like, in this second? But you never ever made an excuse. You were just like, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why you're going to be so successful in this.
Thank you.
I know, because I've been doing this for 25 years and I've seen all types of people come in, and I've seen people with a lot of money come in and like, whatever it costs, I don't care, which is a red flag. Because I'm like, even rich people want a deal. Even rich people don't want to just spend their money on anything, right?
Right.
So when people make these excuses like, I can't, and I just don't have the time, or I don't have the money, I've never met anyone that has less time, right, and resources and support than you, and you've done it all on your own, and just that, you should be so freaking proud of yourself.
I am, and I'm just really grateful. I know the opportunity I was given, and I actually looked at it, I analyzed it, and I was like, what am I afraid of? Why would I ever be afraid? Because to me, I've already been through the hardest. Like, again, having a kid at 17 years old, I got a lot thrown at me all at once. This is just another one.
Yeah.
And realistically, I knew what I needed to do in real time and be like, all right, well, separate yourself. What sacrifices, which it took a lot of my sacrificing, even sometimes sacrificing, from my kids, because I had to work extra hours. And luckily, I'm very, very grateful this came at a time where my children have now grown, and they are very understanding, that they're like, yeah, you're my sole support. So to provide for us, you have to do this. Guarantee they didn't see the background of it.
Yes.
But they're definitely reaping it, and they're enjoying it. So, if anything, anyone can do it.
No, 100%. And you're such 100%. You're such a testament to that. So anyone out there that's making excuses like, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I'm a single mom, I'm this, I'm that, whatever. Look at her. Yes, prioritize. Look at her and use her as like your North Star, and be like, yo, if Nini can do this, I can do this. And I want people to use you and your struggle and all your sacrifices and what you've accomplished in such a short amount of time to inspire and motivate them to take the leap. Because I'm not here to say everyone in the world is cut out to be an entrepreneur, because that is not true by any means. Some people just need a real job. Like a 9 to 5, they need to punch a card, they need to have their paid vacation, and they're good. Yeah. And people will come to me and I will literally tell them, yeah, you're not cut out for this. Yeah. And I say it to them not to be mean. I hope that it makes them angry, to say like, I'm going to prove her wrong. Yeah. I want that.
That's my fuel.
Right.
I have that opposite effect.
I'm the same way.
I can't do something, I'm like, I'm going to show you.
I'm the same way. But that comes from adversity. And that's the thing, is a lot of people don't have the support. You know, they have all these resources, but they don't have that support. And you are such a motivating testament to everyone out there. So, and to me, like, I think about you all the time. I'm like, damn, Nini's freaking going for it. And like, I'm being a little bitch. No, this is not happening, right?
Same, because I always have Miss Katie in the head. I'm
I
like,
love it.
oh my God, she's on the shoulder right now. I'm like, no, suck it the fuck up. Let's get it together.
You're like, what would Katie say to me right now?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you do that sometimes?
Oh yeah. All the time.
I'm gonna make you a little bracelet.
I do to Evita. I'm like, what would Miss Katie say? I don't want to hear it.
Yep, absolutely. What do you think was like the scariest thing that you went through during this? Was it the money thing, or was it the time, or was it just like I could do all this work and I could fail?
It was definitely the pressure. I applied so much pressure on myself because I was scared. I was very scared. I'm like, again, so many things were running partially that, am I going to be able to even continue this? Like, is one day, taking the time that I'm taking to get there, like, am I quitting on myself? Are they going to quit on me? And not saying that you would have ever, but it was just so many layers of it. And then, the sacrificing, it does get scary.
Yeah.
It was the hardest thing that I could do for me, because I kind of felt like I was being too selfish because I've been doing so much for my kids. Didn't think that I had time to do it for me.
So you actually had like this idea in your head, like you were being actually selfish by wanting to do more because it was going to take time away from them, maybe resources and stuff.
Yes, because I've always heard like the backlash since I was younger, working the 2 jobs and going to school. You're a shitty mom because you're not physically there. You're not the one that's, I'm playing mom and dad, but I can only do so much. That I can even say my mom was such a massive support. My sisters were a massive support in that. So to even hear them, and not all the time, to hear like, you're a shitty mom for that, it was like kind of stuck in my head. I had some internal battles with that. So to do this for myself, I felt like I was even being more selfish and inconsiderate to my kids, to be asking them like, hey, I'm working extra hours because I'm trying to build something for all of us,
our future.
Yeah.
Right. Because it's hard in the real time, but you always, and this is what I do, I always think of the long game. Like, I'm under pressure right now. I'm exhausted. I'm not sleeping. I'm not eating. I'm not taking care of myself or whatever. And we all have these times. We all have these times,
my
right?
mood swings were real.
Oh yeah, because again, you're feeling that fear and that pressure.
Oh yeah.
But you never stopped.
No.
And that's huge.
I just knew, I was like, again, the massive support that I've received from you and the team has been beyond like helpful.
Thank you.
And I couldn't be more appreciative, because I'm like, if I didn't have that, knowing that I'm asking my family kind of still hope me, and I'm 34 years old and I should be having it at least together at some point. And it was a lot. And then still finishing school. Oh, thank God that's been over.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a long journey. So it definitely felt like a lot.
So for anyone out there that's listening to this podcast and they have like a really cool business idea in their mind, but they have the same kind of mindset that you did, like, am I a shitty mom for doing this? Or is this selfish? Or any of these things that we hear, from our family of origin and what we've been programmed and how we've grown up. Do you have any advice for those women out there that maybe feeling the same way that you felt when you were going through what you were going through?
Block it out. Block it the fuck out. Honestly, you will be your worst nightmare. You are going to do it to yourself, not nobody else. And even if no one's saying anything to you, because I know sometimes I thought, like, I was like, oh my God, I psyched myself out a lot of time. I stressed myself out. I made myself tired. Block it the hell out. Don't even listen to it. Just, even if someone did say something, don't listen to it. It's gonna just hold you back, when realistically it's either yourself you're internally, or someone being a hater.
Yeah.
Let them be.
And I think it's also to pontificate on what you just said, because that was poignant and it was amazing advice. I think that a lot of the times too, we think like we're being the bad guys because people are saying certain things to us like, oh, who do you think you are doing this? This is crazy. Like, you don't have this experience. Like, who do you think you are being a boss bitch and all this stuff? But it's not a you problem. It's a them problem.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times too, and I don't know if you went through this at all, but I did a lot. And when I was starting my business, where people would say these crazy things to me, and it would get to me and I'd get really sad and I would second guess myself. But then I started realizing like, and this came with self-development and my spiritual development and just like really working on my mindset and my patience and my strength and standing, on my own 2 feet and being really grounded in what I was doing. I started to realize like, it's not that these people aren't proud of me or they don't want me to do it. It's really because they don't want me to change, because if I change, they're afraid that I'm not going to have them in my life anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe that is true sometimes with certain people. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
So I think that that's what kind of I had to keep in the back of my mind too, where it's like, this is not about me. This is them. They're afraid that I'm going to change so much that I'm not going to have time for them, or I'm going to think I'm too good for them, or whatever the case may be. So 9 times out of 10, it's not a you thing. It's a them thing.
No. It took me years to learn that too, where, hearing it from everyone when I was younger for other reasons, I realized I was like, it was never about me. Like, it was about them. So that's why I had to kick myself in the butt within the last 3 years of building this foundation for ourselves, for myself and my kids, that I was like, you're projecting onto yourself what no one's actually even doing or saying. So what for?
I know, it's so true.
It's crazy. I was my worst enemy in a sense. And I think that's why I was just like, you know what? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
seriously. Yeah,
like,
no, I feel you.
But like, realistically, I'm like, I had to talk myself off of so many ledges about it, because I'm like, why are you always in your head? It doesn't make any sense.
And that's our biggest deter of success, is being too much here and not in here. It's all heart-centered. It really truly is, and every time that you or anyone out there that has children, especially if they're a single mom like you are, like, you have to always think like, no, I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for my legacy. I'm doing this for my generational curses, right? Because I think we talk about this all the time, even in our one-on-ones. It's like,
my God.
This is not your shit. You've been carrying this just like I have for generations, for God knows how long, like the lack mindset, the poverty, the not enoughness. Like, who am I to do something this big? Who am I to be successful? Who am I to actually be the rich one of my family line?
Right.
But what we have to understand, and I talk about this a lot on my podcast and to you guys and in my book, is like, when we heal that in our line, we're not just healing our grandmothers and our great grandmothers and our moms. We're healing our daughters and their daughters and their daughters' daughters forever and ever.
Yes.
And that is, to me, that's why the black sheep always ends up to be the goat. Always the goat, baby. Don't forget it.
I'm still not trying to be the goat for everybody else, but
be the goat for yourself.
I'm being the goat for myself and my kids.
Amen.
Because they are just looking up to just me. And don't get me wrong, my family and siblings too, but it's a difference when it's your own circle. And that's the circle I created. My family is what I created with them too, and they're rock stars. I'm gonna be a rock star. So
I love this. I love this so much. So where can people find all of your stuff? So let's talk about the website, how people can contact you. Now, you're a mobile bartending service, Cosmopolitan Cocktails. And we called it Cosmopolitan Cocktails because you are based out of Boston, which is very cosmopolitan, might I add. So where are you traveling to? So if someone wants to hire you in the New England area right for now, because we're going to be expanding, honey.
We sure will.
Absolutely. So where will you travel? Like, how far will you travel in the New England area?
I'm definitely within like between the North Shore to the South Shore. So if you live in New Hampshire, that's the furthest I'm definitely going on this end. And then if you are living more towards the Boston Center area, anywhere in that area, and then even to the South Shore. So if you're living in New Bedford, Fall River, we might even expand to even the Cape, but I don't know.
We'll There's some hopping parties over in Martha's Vineyard in Nantucket. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna need people. I'm gonna need a crew.
And there's some money in Rhode Island too. I'm just saying that too.
Oh, yes.
But that's what I actually, we talk about this all the time. I really, once you get everything rocking and rolling, I see you expanding throughout the whole country. I want to see you with, Cosmopolitan Cocktail, mobile bartending, the whole country, the whole
Yes.
world. I mean, why not? Who the hell
Yes,
cares?
because I don't sit my behind down at all. As she said, I'm always everywhere.
You
So
are.
why not? If I'm gonna travel somewhere, you know what? You got me.
Mm-hmm.
You can hit up our website, cosmopolitancocktails.com.
I love this.
And you can go ahead and send in your inquiry. Let us know the name, date, time, place, theme. And then for sure, I will be contacting you within definitely at least 48 hours.
Yeah, see, I love this too. I was like, you can't get back to people right away. You got to like look at their stuff. You got to like, because that's the thing too, is like we get so excited.
Yeah.
We're like, we got to help everybody. And it's like, no, you still have your children. You still have things to do.
Yes.
You can't just be like at everyone's beck and call. Plus that also teaches people how to treat you.
Yes, I was going to say, I'm going to take my time with everyone. I'm going to give you my full divided attention. I'm not trying to, just answer just because I want you to book me. I'm not even working like that for anyone. I don't want anyone to expect this out of me because I'm not going to give you that quick satisfaction or guarantee. I want you to understand that I am going to give you a life experience one-on-one and enjoyment out of this because I want you to feel comfortable. I want you to know that I care enough to make sure that your time is valuable.
Yes. And so is yours, And
Yeah.
I think that people have to understand that. And I think in the service industry, a lot of people just push service providers around. It's like, I don't work for you. I work with you. And that's something right now in this world that we're living in today. I think people are starting to like get that a little bit more, where back in the day, it was just like, oh, if you were a service provider, you were like somebody's beck and call girl. And that's not who we are.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, some people still think like that to this day, which I'm like, okay, well, you have the wrong one.
Well, yeah, but I was just going to say, they're not your ideal clients.
No, they're not going to be my ideal clients, and we're not doing last minute. I'm taking my time with you because I really would love everything to go as planned and as great as possible that you envisioned.
Absolutely.
I want your vision to also come true because my vision is to make your vision happen.
I love it. And all of this information, guys, will be in the show notes. And even if you are not ready to book Nini because you don't have a party coming up, if you loved this podcast, I want you to reach out to her on her website and tell her how dope she is and give her some big props because the work that this woman has put in is incredible. It really, truly is. Speaking of incredible, I want to have a little guest star here. And this is the first underage human on the Ambitchious Podcast. I want to interview our girl, Avita. Avita, come over here. Get in the middle of us, girl.
Come on, shake a plum.
Right there.
Hello.
What do you think about your mom being such a bossy lady?
Good.
You love it? Are you proud of her?
Yeah.
You don't have to lie. Don't worry.
Nini's like, the check's in the mail, girl. The check's in the mail. What do you think is the number one thing that you're most proud of your mom for doing, getting her business together for you and your brother so you guys have better lives? What's your favorite thing that she's done? What are you most proud of her for doing?
Working. Well, working even if it's her day off for a little bit.
Aw, I love that. Do you think that your mom is teaching you how to be a business owner and to be strong and tough when you get older?
Yes.
Yes? What do you want to do for business when you get older? Do you know?
I have a lot.
Just give me your number one.
Basically, all of them are my number ones.
What is it?
But what is it?
Yeah.
At least specifically
just
pick one.
Talk right into there.
Be a singer.
You want to be a singer?
Yeah.
Well, I saw your dance moves, so I think that you're going to be a singer and a dancer. Both together. You know what I'm saying? Because you can shake it.
Yeah.
She was in what was it, like a talent show at school?
Yeah, it was a talent show.
I need that video because I want to put it on my Instagram for everybody to see because it was that good. It was that good. Thanks for being the first guest under 18 on the Ambitchious Podcast. How old are you? 10? Almost gonna be 10
in a week.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Aries.
Yeah.
Aries. Yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
2 fire signs and 1 home on my.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Is.
Thanks for being on the podcast. You're the best. You're such a good guest. You guys, this was literally one of my favorite podcasts to do. This was just so much fun. Nini, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having
I appreciate
me.
you.
I appreciate you and I love you.
I love you more. I love you more. Guys, this was so motivational, so inspirational. There is no excuses after you heard this chick story to not be the boss of your most ambitious life. I hope that you love this podcast. And if you think that this gave a lot of value and you know a lady out there that maybe is on the fence about just leaving her 9 to 5 and starting her own business, send this to her to inspire her, because I know I'm inspired. So thank you so much. You guys, don't forget to stay ambitious. And like I always say, I will see you next Tuesday.
Peace out.
Oh, I love it.